Well, good afternoon. I hope you're all right. I put their little things up behind me up there, just if anybody don't know jobs see them. But some of you might say, well, what are they? Well, then I can tell you. We're trying to say stuff I'm making, pens. Got some St. Justin jewellery which has been donated to us. Tea lights, say a few miniature Christmas trees and snowmen and all. Just things to sell to raise a bit of money for all these little charities that I said about yesterday. So I keep them there to remind people, like, you know what I mean. Anyway, I hope everybody's all right, staying safe. That's the most important, and we will get through this. There's no doubt about it. Now I'm going to read a little story here today. It's called "The Good Old Times" by the late Johnny Barber from St. Ives. I got permission again, as I think I do like to get permission first before I start reading out anybody's poetry. But this is, I have got permission, so it's fine. We often sigh for the good old times when observing the trend today, recalling only the things we loved that have changed or passed away. The good old times when the shops were filled with all you wished to buy, as you noticed how cheaply the goods were priced as you passed with a longing eye. There was always the problem of ways and means and the struggle to make and mend, so a pound would go a long way then, if you had but a pound to spend. And always we had to scheme and plan how best to make ends meet, when there often seemed more backs than shirts and far less shoes than feet. And saffron was cheaper than bacca now, and bacca was cheap as chalk. Yet many would draw on an empty pipe, 'cause they couldn't afford to smoke. And yet we were thankful for mercies small, just a plain and fulsome feed. A coat to wear and a bed at night would suffice our humble need. So the dinners were good, I must allow. There was none of your drabs and dribs, but a bellyful of the sort of stuff that would help to support your ribs. A heaping pan of hot raw fry, or a dish of stamen stew, and a good salt herring wasn't bad, along with a sputter too. But a pasty was always a favoured meal, with a sight for hungry eyes, for whatever was lacking in fat and lean was well made up in size. And happy times the woman had when they met for on a sharing night, with their mugs of tea and a dish of rich, hot heavy, touched up light. And then when things were passing fair, if you know like what I mean, they'd sport an extra half of my each and a rise to a nag of cream. Aye, the good old times we had our laughs and managed to weather through, thankful alike for health and strength and a berth with a willing crew. We fished the seasons through the year for mackerel in the spring, and often in the summertime the cobbled streets would ring with cries of Eva, Eva, and young and old would run to all about the poachers being hauled in by the ton, while some would set a distant course and yearly venture forth, equipped with herring nets and gear, to Ireland or the north. Then season up and summer spent on Smeaton's pier we'd stand to welcome home the little ships as they returned to land. The boys would run to grab the bags as Feather stepped ashore, with visions of a bust-up time on Scarborough Rock galore. While Grandfather have a new clay pipe and half a yard of twist, it took a bit of thinking out that nobody was missed. When all the fleet were gathered home, 'twas just an artist's dream to view the luggers lying there and riding beam to beam, in waters quiet, clear and blue, beneath a sunny sky. To those who influenced the sails were loosely spread to dry. We had no picture houses then, and no electric light, nor wireless sets to listen to when settled in at night. But then, you never missed the things you neither had nor seen, nor can we claim that life today is any more serene. That was the case in days gone by. Maybe we can even find that much of what we had extolled has cost our peace of mind. So when in terms of progress we prefer to former days and deprecate the simple things and strange old-fashioned ways, just think of values deep and true, and maybe after all we'll find in things that matters most, life hasn't changed at all. Thank you very much.